Thanks to all the YouTube channel members out there and the patrons out there for supporting Going In Raw. It really is swell. Isn't that right, Larson?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Anyways, how'd you think of the show today, Larson?
It was all right.
It was okay?
It was all right.
There's not a whole lot to talk about.
No.
And then you annoyed the piss out of me.
Doing what I always do. Try and make conversation.
Oh, man. I love when that happens because it happens every once in a while, and then it's just like, whatever. But, like, people in chat are like, oh, my God, they're fighting. I don't know.
It's not fun to be yelled at.
Well, it's not fun to be nitpicked either.
I'm just trying to make conversation. We have little to talk about. I'm just trying to talk.
Nah, man. It happens all the time. But it's okay. We've known each other for like 25 years.
Yeah.
That's bound to happen.
Mm-hmm.
We've literally been the only work associates in our lives for like 5 years now.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But anyways. But yeah, it happens.
How's everybody doing? Doing well.
Do you want what?
No, someone had a question about the Viceland doc on Stardom. I didn't hear that. That sounds cool. And then Pulse has got a podcast he just started on Joshi Wrestling.
Yeah. I haven't seen any of the Viceland stuff except for the one that we watched here, the Montreal Screwjob stuff.
Yeah. No, I watched the Von Erichs one, which didn't really add anything new beyond the documentary already up on WB, but the Bruiser Brody one's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to watch that too. Did they interview Invader?
No.
No? Has he ever gone like on record talking about that stuff?
Probably not.
No.
That's probably not a good... I guess he's already been...
He's already been acquitted. I don't know if they have double jeopardy there.
I don't know either. I would think since Puerto Rico is technically part of the United States, it is part of the United States, it's a Commonwealth, Constitution would apply.
Oh, yeah. You'd think it'd be the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
huh? Oh, my goodness gracious. So, yeah. Chuck and Trent fight every once in a while, apparently.
No.
Well, then they've known it. They're on the road with each other a lot, too, so
yes.
It's not surprising.
All right, let's do non-news.
Okay. Non-news.
So this is interesting. According to Wrestling Observer Radio, Goldberg didn't have his promo scripted for him. So apparently it's the same deal that Heyman and Lesnar have, not that Lesnar talks, but they have creative freedom over their promos, and apparently it's worked into Goldberg's deal that no one writes his promos for him. Goldberg writes his promos for him.
That's cool. I wonder, do you think he still has to get him, he has to like tell Vince what he's going to say? Or do they just give him a live mic? Go out there, you have 5 minutes. And then the lights are going to go out and Goldberg's or Undertaker's going to be standing behind you.
I don't know. It doesn't say that in here, whether he needs to run anything by. I wonder if it's a situation where he has a producer, like segments are generally handled, where there's a producer that handles the segment, and the producer sits down with him, says these are the bullet points you need to hit, which the bulletproof points I would assume be approved by Vince, and then go out and hit those bullet points.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to Dustin Rhodes' appearance on Talk of Jericho at the gym yesterday. It was interesting. He was talking about the juxtaposition when he started doing the Goldust character in the mid-'90s, I guess it was, where like everybody was like this. Nobody had promos that were scripted for him, and like he told the story of early on when he really hadn't quite found the voice of the Goldust character. He was having a match against Savio Vega at Madison Square Garden. He said at the time Vince would still just come to house shows to hang out, just because he wanted to be one of the boys. Essentially, he just wanted to hang out, and you go backstage and you could goof with him. Essentially do what Titus O'Neil did and got suspended for. But back then, in the mid-'90s, you can do that and he'd laugh and joke around with you, which is unto itself an odd juxtaposition because he's so corporate now. And Jericho's like, yeah, I remember those days when he was...
I would love for somebody to say, what the fuck happened? Like, when did things change? When did things get weird with him?
I suspect they probably started when they went public.
Yeah, but something like, oh, we're joking around, we're buddies, and then it turns to, you touch my arm, I'm going to suspend you.
I don't know.
That's I get like aspects of the business, aspects of creative would change when they go public. I totally get that. If Wade Keller's right and Vince loses some vital writers, then he thinks to himself, oh, why hire 2? They're going to be, too valuable. Why don't I hire 37 instead? That way, I've got like a ton of ideas coming to me and I can craft the story based on those. Mm-hmm. I get that that's part of like, okay, well, there are reasons for that. But like why somebody would just all of a sudden be kind of a dick, Mm-hmm. Like why somebody would just tighten up so much that, it's just not, I don't know, it's just it's so different.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's odd to me.
Yeah, I don't know. So I don't have an answer for that.
I don't know, man. What else went down? I didn't get a chance to listen to that podcast.
It was pretty good. He talked about getting his release. Talked about kind of the birth of Goldust. It's pretty. It spans a good number of topics. Mm-hmm. When he's talking about getting his release, he said he was just frustrated with stuff, so he flew up to New York to have a meeting with everybody. Said, I'm essentially not happy about a few things. I'd just like to be released. And they more or less said, okay. Seemingly didn't put up much of a fight. He said he left because he had to go hop back on a plane. He was in the car on the way back to the airport. Triple H called him just to say, hey, thank you for everything you've done for the company. I guess it got fairly emotional. And then he just breezed past this. But he said, yeah, but then there were some legal issues, and then 90 days happened and I was free. But he didn't really go into what legal issues there were. So he made it sound like it was pretty smooth, except for those legal issues, which he didn't really get into. Maybe he can't. And then he got his 90 days, and that was that.
Do you think, given how well the match went down at Double or Nothing, you think WWE regrets just, okay, go ahead, you can go.
Probably not.
You can go.
Probably not. But I don't know. I felt like he kind of touched on that because he was coming back from double knee surgery, hadn't wrestled in 8 months. And he was frustrated with the idea that he would still, whenever he was healthy, he would have to travel, incur those expenses, and then show up, for Raw or SmackDown and find out, well, I'm not doing anything tonight.
Yeah.
Especially, when he's 50 years old. Mm-hmm. What's the point in him doing that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to think of anything else he touched on. It was interesting because he talked about when he went and met with Vince and Bruce Pritchard the first time to talk Goldust, and Vince says, I want you to, he does a really good Vince impression. He says, I want you to be androgynous. And he said he had to go home and looked up to see what androgynous meant because he didn't know. Yeah. He told Terry about that. And she's like, all right, well, let's go do that then.
Yeah.
And he said he had a really hard time finding his voice for the character, not literal voice, but what he thought the character was going to be, and he wasn't getting the reactions as a heel as he wanted. And then I guess he had that match in Madison Square Garden against Savio Vega, and Savio was the one that was telling him to really sexualize it up.
Oh, that's interesting.
And then he started to get a reaction.
Yeah.
And there's this huge pop, I guess, at the end, and so he went backstage, and Vince said to him, because he didn't, none of that was approved by Vince. He went backstage worried that, thinking, I might be fired. I don't know what's going to happen. And Vince loved it and said, you want to go get yourself more heat? Go back out there and attack Savio. So he did. He low-blowed him. Mm-hmm. And I guess a month later, they had a rematch at the Garden and sold the place out.
Oh, wow. That's cool. I forget who it was. I think it was Ed Ferrara. Somebody. Vince Russo. Somebody saw Goldust as the beginning of the Attitude Era.
I can see that.
Like, they start seeing how well that's received. It's like, oh, okay.
They can stray away from quote-unquote family-friendly programming and still...
People want stuff that's complex and interesting, not cartoonish and stupid. So I could see that as being a thing.
Yes.
So that's cool. Who is this? Jeffrey Nguyen said, did you see that? Thoughts on one of the minority owners of the Warriors shoving
I didn't
Kyle
know
Lowry
he's one
night?
of the minority owners. I heard there's somebody that shoved Kyle Lowry last night, and Kyle won them banned for life from the NBA, essentially.
I heard that he got escorted from the building. That'd be interesting, to say the least, if it was a minority owner.
You can't be doing that if you can't be doing
that. You can't be doing that. No,
period.
You absolutely
Especially
can't
if
be
you're a
doing
minority
that.
owner. You can't be doing
Boy,
that.
that lady got annihilated, though. Did you actually see the
clip?
No. This lady got friggin' annihilated. Yeah. Hell of a game last night. It's always terrifying for me whenever I turn on a game like that. Warriors are down by like 12 with like 5 minutes left. Mm-hmm. That's nothing. That's
I
nothing.
know.
That they're still in the game. They could be down 20 and they're still in the game.
That's
terrifying.
4 threes and 4 stops.
It's terrifying. So what happened was Kyle Lowry jumped out to try to save a ball that was going out of bounds, and he fell into like the front row of like some fans, and he fell on some people, and then a guy who didn't get hit but was right next to it like pushed him. It's like, fuck you, man.
Can't be doing that.
What the fuck you doing?
You can start
Get
putting
outta here with
barricades
that.
around the court if people keep on mouthing off and get handsy.
Chase asks, "Are you guys gonna watch Dominion?"
Gonna watch it. Don't know if I'm gonna watch it live because I have a birthday party for my daughters that day, and I have family in town, so I don't know what the plan is the following day. So yeah, I don't know.
Well, let me know. I'm down just because, like, it's money.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me know.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know because I'm gonna be spending the rest once I get home. I'm gonna be spending the whole rest of the day putting chairs together, and then I got to put a barbecue together.
You got to put chairs together.
Chairs together. We got a patio table and chairs because we didn't have one. And if we're gonna have people over to entertain for a party, we need a place for people to sit.
Yeah.
Outside.
Yeah.
So we did that, and then my grill is all rusted out, so I got a new grill. So I got to do all that before people come on Saturday, and the Saturday morning before people come over, I'm sure I'll be doing a bunch of running around and prepping stuff. So don't know how much energy I'll have.
I'll just do it myself. People can watch me sleep.
There you go.
Somebody wake me up when the main event's on.
Wayne Maker. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I don't know if I'll have the wherewithal, the time or energy to be up till 5 a.m.
I do recall last year. Here's the funny thing. It's like last year's, I remember it went by quicker than I figured it would. I was like dreading it, which probably means this year it'll be a slog.
Yeah, I know.
Like if I expect it to be great, like I was expecting the drive to Vegas to be difficult, it was easy. I was expecting then the drive back to be easy.
And it was miserable.
But they did actually they tacked on injury time to that drive by 3 hours.
They did.
That was ridiculous.
Kyle, I just got a Charmaster like 4-burner. It's a pretty basic thing. I didn't really pony up for anything too much because I couldn't. I really wanted to get a side-by-side gas and a gas grill and smoker. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna wait on that and get the electric smoker. I think at some point.
I need to clean my barbecue, man. My grill. I'm pretty sure there's a whole lot of Black Widows in there. Just turn on. Roast them all alive.
It's interesting. Nate Morris says the matches for NXT next week are the ones they shot at NXT Bel Air, and which Shayna came out and still had the title, so that takeover match was already spoiled. Lol.
Oh my God! Really? That's terrible.
I didn't know they shot stuff at. Huh. So maybe there isn't a taping today. Guion says 2 questions. I'm 83% sure that I'm going to fight for the Fallen. Would you guys just want an email of the rundown of the show? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, just results would be great.
When is that show?
July, sometime in July.
Oh yeah, good point. No taping because Triple H is on his way to Saudi Arabia.
True.
Boy, so next week's gonna be a weird looking NXT.
Yeah, it is. Guion says I'm also 83% done with that Friendonomics songs. Would y'all air it on Overrun? Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll air it.
As long as there's no, well, actually, I was going to say as long as there's no copywritten stuff, but it doesn't matter on here. We will air it.
They taped shows before the first Takeover Brooklyn to air after and had Sasha and Kevin come out with the belts to troll the fans. Oh, that's interesting. That's all weird.
Zach Stolpa wants to know power rank, what'd you say, appetizers? Where did he ask that? I thought it was appetizers. Appetizer foods.
Appetizer foods? Where does spinach dip rank for you?
I'm not huge on the creamy stuff, so I'm the wrong person to ask.
All right, well, list some of them.
Meatballs. Little
meatballs is an appetizer?
Yeah, little meatballs. The ones you can put on a toothpick. Like chips and guacamole have to be pretty high up there.
Yeah. Sometimes I just get stuffed on chips and guacamole.
Yeah, no, that's the problem. Guion says calamari. Yeah, that's high up there.
Oh, calamari's high up there.
Yeah, calamari's good.
Yeah. Chicken wings, I kind of feel, can be its own thing. I mean, you're going to have chicken wings are like its own meal. I'm not a huge chicken wing guy anyways.
Nor am I. I feel like there's way more effort then reward
Like
others.
sliders. Sliders aren't an appetizer.
They aren't.
They're not.
No.
I don't see those as an appetizer, but some place serve them as.
Yeah.
Mozzarella sticks, and I think it's mozzarella sticks and calamari. Those are like the two big ones. And then spinach dip. I like spinach dip. Loaded nachos is just a meal.
Well, it also depends on if a table of 6 is sharing one thing of loaded nachos.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah.
If they're sharing,
If everybody's
then it
just
could be an
putting their
appetizer.
greasy ass hands in loaded
That
nachos,
could be the same with anything.
I really don't want those anyways.
You could get a club sandwich and cut up into 12 pieces, and you could consider an appetizer. I guess.
Entire roast chicken. But if it's like you and me, and we're like, hey, let's get an appetizer, and we get a plate of loaded nachos,
That's our,
we're gonna be done.
That's the meal.
We're gonna
right
be
there.
done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. Whoops.
Stuffed mushrooms are good. Brew Dog chicken wings are the best. That with a Patriot burger.
What's on this Patriot burger?
Yeah, what is this Patriot burger?
Thayer says, just got a break. Welcome, Thayer Thabata.
Welcome. Hey, Thayer, how's your new job treating you? Miller's Ale House has Fiesta nachos as an appetizer, and it's basically a meal, yeah.
Most time you get nachos. It's basically a meal.
Workaholics here, and have you ever seen any Workaholics?
Mm-mm.
I've seen like a little bit, and I don't know. Doesn't really do much for me.
So I asked Waymaker what's on the Patriot burger, and he says, Google Brew Dogs.
Google Brewdog's menu.
Brewdog Pub.
Brewdog Pub. Is this like the Buffalo Wild Wings of...
It's craft beer nirvana. Yeah. Beers. Well, there's no fucking menu on here, dude.
No, look, it says cookies right there.
No, that's the wrong type of cookies.
Oh, my
I have to
bad.
accept that. Now I'm going to get... This is all beer. Like, I asked a simple question. Do I have to go by location or something? UK?
Coming soon.
Fine.
Aberdeen. Oh, go to Camden, because that's where I'm going to be staying while I'm in London.
Book now.
Waymaker, how's Camden?
Food menu. Jeez, it took enough clicks.
I got your address, David. Thank you.
So a Patriot burger is 7-ounce beef brisket patty, smoked bacon, cheddar, pickles, onions, baby gem, and barbecue sauce. I don't know what baby gem is. Is that lettuce?
It's got bacon and cheddar. That's good enough for me.
Whoa, Chipotle chorizo burger. That's interesting.
Chase asks, how much do we have to harass Conrad to get him to you guys to go to All Out? None. Don't harass him at all.
Yeah, don't harass him at all. He's a very busy man.
Yeah, don't do any of that. If he wants to invite us, then he can invite us. I kind of like the idea of him like, okay, how much does he want us there? Like, I don't want any fan pressure.
No,
I want him.
None. Don't pressure him.
Basically just want his perception of us in a vacuum.
Whether we're validated or not.
Right, exactly. Guion, are y'all tuning in at all to EC3 this weekend?
No.
You're not going to tune into EC3?
No. Is E3 this weekend? They're doing it during the weekend now?
I don't know, man.
It used to always be there in the middle of the week.
I don't pay attention to any of that stuff. I will sort of keep half an eye open about stuff because I still enjoy games to a degree, but I just don't play that many.
David Wondolowski says, saw Conrad in Caesar's Palace. Very friendly, looked very tired. Yes.
Yeah, he was very tired.
He's got a lot going on, but yes, very friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Power rank 2 food combos. Like what? Like peanut butter and jelly?
That's number one, man.
Chips and salsa?
Burger and fries. Any interest in listening to that 18 hours of OK Computer sessions? Explain.
I don't know anything about that. Is that something where they're doing all the demos and all the takes?
That sounds cool.
That sounds like it could be cool or super tedious.
Sometimes they can be both. Should we harass Andrade?
No, don't harass anybody.
To harass Charlotte, to harass her sister, to harass Conrad. No. Here we go. Waymaker says Camden is the second best brew dog in London. The Tower Hill one is where I'm planning on taking Steve.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'm in Camden, so that's the one we're going to go to if you're going to take me anywhere. chocolate and peanut butter tops.
I don't know what that is. Maple bacon? Nah.
So wait, I mentioned this beforehand. What are your thoughts on Moxley taking on Young Lion?
It's likely much of a match.
Is it going to be a mock squash match?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. I think that's one of the Young Lions are pretty high on. It's that dude, and then Red Shoes Kid.
Whatever happened to that Big Jack dude? Is he on excursion now?
Oh no, he got hurt.
Oh really? That's a bummer.
What was his name? No, not Kitamura. Was it Kitamura? No.
Kitamura, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Ren is the other one that they like. Ren is Kitamura. Yeah, he got hurt. Ren is Red Shoes Kid, I think.
C. Pena, are they just going to do Ember Moon's book club seeing as she should do that. She should do a
That'd be
YouTube
interesting.
series. Book club. Guillaume says, so when I was recording my match chat at the gym the other day, I got strange looks from my fellow gym goers because I said number one. I think that they probably looked at you funny because you were doing a match chat video question from the gym.
Oh, Shota is Red Shoes Kid. I get confused.
Joe says, is Steve going to go through his entire trip in a kilt? No, definitely not. But the wedding, possibly.
Oh, Carlos asks, if Moxley enters the G1, what will his record be? It'd have to be pretty solid. Maybe he loses 2 or 3 matches.
Well, what's a good comparison to another wrestler? His record's going to be better than like Juice.
Yeah.
But it'll be worse than Okada.
Obviously. Jay White area. I don't see Jay White winning the G1, but he'll have a strong showing.
That sounds right. You see that picture of Jay White that looked exactly like Ian?
Yeah, no, I saw that too. He's got that mustache and
God.
stuff. I know. Yeah, I saw the picture of the new Undisputed Era's merch shirt with the picture of all of them. It's terrible. It's horrible.
Ooh, Patrick Sparks. Steve, if you go to a haunted area in Scotland or England, we get a Truth Exposed. So let me look up. My sister said that they have tours of the Priory where I used to live.
Yeah, I know Jay White almost won A block this year. I mean, I don't expect Jay White to really. I mean, he might be in contention to the last couple of weeks, but I don't expect him to win it. That's kind of what I mean.
Let's see here.
So every time there's a tournament, I think Ibushi's a favorite to win it, and then he doesn't win it.
Visit their Facebook page. So if I'm able to visit the place where I used to live, where there was a tour coordinator. Nice. Heck yeah. If you'd like to book a tour of the Priory. And then I'll be like, can you take me over to my old house? They're like, what? You what?
Alex C says, this is the first year Ibushi has been in the tournament while fully signed, right? I believe so.
Tim says, I just saw the Undisputed Era shirt and it is terrible.
It's awful.
Whoa. What is this? New Undisputed Era
It's a
shirt?
picture of all of them with the logo, and it looks like it's ironed on with jism.
Where did you see this
I
picture?
saw it on Twitter. I'm sure it's on WB Shop. It's horrible.
That's cool, whatever that is. That's dope. I just can't pay $30 for that.
No tank top is worth $30.
Nope.
It's none of those. It's that one.
This?
Yeah. It is horrible. It looks like a Kmart shirt.
That does. That's totally a
It's
Kmart
so
shirt.
bad.
That's ugly as shit. It's got to be the most uncomfortable shirt to wear, too. I like this one.
Yeah, one's not terrible.
That's cool.
Wingmaker says, Larson, give a warning before deploying the word jism, for fuck's sakes.
Oh, is your daughter around or something? I didn't know jism was...
sorry.
Is that bad of a word? Like, the dude says the C word all the time in chat. Well, who is he the one to be yelling at people about language? Okay, are you going to wear this on the 4th of July?
No.
If I get it for you, will you?
No.
Really?
Mm-mm.
What a bummer.
they have a whole thing that's American or Stars and Stripes themed shirts, or is Undisputed Era the only one that gets one?
That's got to be a thing. WWE shop.
C. Pena says, please check out Scott Dawson tweet from 50 minutes ago.
Okay.
Quotes Kanye. Oh, I got it.
Oh, well, he quotes Kanye. Apparel, outerwear, jerseys. We're seasonal.
Here, scroll down. There's a couple of them down there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they do.
Ooh, that's awful. Those are awful.
These are really bad. They might. I mean, that might be the idea, though. Stars and Stripes. Oh, here we go. There's a Hogan one. There's a Stone Cold one.
Terrible.
Becky Lynch.
All
What about this one? Come on, look at this one. This right here.
Yeah, just give me the graphic on the T-shirt. Don't get rid of the stars and stripes on the sleeves.
Yeah, but how would you know it's American?
Is there a Lex Luger one? If not, then they really missed the boat. The NWO is horrible.
Come on, this is great.
It's horrible.
No, man, these are awesome. No Luger one. There should be one of him slamming Yokozuna, like a picture of it.
Just the Luger Express bus on the shirt.
Really, these should all just be Luger shirts.
David Wondolowski says Sasha just tweeted the Austin on the turnbuckle looking at his watch gif.
I don't know what that means.
Zach Stolpa says British Strong Style has some of the best merch, but it's so limited. Yeah, their merch on their big cartel shops is usually pretty great.
They ran out of large XL and 2XL, this Macho Man one. Very popular shirt.
Well,
look at these sleeves. I'll wait till when I get back, and it'll be on clearance. I'll get it then.
Austin Luff Revival versus Usos at Super Showdown is a thing. Yeah, it's pre-show, kickoff show match. Announced today. Timothy Lemieux, Larson, did you order an MJF shirt? No, I'm taking a hiatus from wrestling shirts for a while. I got too many of them.
Carlos, which going in Raw shirt is better, yellow or no yellow?
This one.
Oh, I pulled the yellow one off. I'm just going to use those the same way we're going to use them at the convention.
Oh, when you run out of those? Yeah.
I think it just confuses too many people. We run out of these, you get a yellow one.
Odds of a women's match happening at Super Showdown. I don't know.
Oh, you pulled it off?
I don't know. Everything we've read so thus far makes it seem like WWE's trying. But I don't know. I'm hopeful. It'd be cool if it happened.
I think Moxley will change his style because he changed his attire. I think he's changing his style because he's fucking tired of working this style in the WWE. The same thing every match.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of shirts does MJF have? Does he have any good ones?
I don't know. I never even looked.
Pro wrestling tees. Oh yeah, Salt of the Earth.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. What does the scarf one say?
Better than you.
Not impressed with any of those.
This is like a drawing. It's not a very good drawing. This is like the only one that I would consider getting, the Forbes magazine one. But these are all really bad. Better than you, and you know it. You need better merchandise, and you know it. What are you doing for lunch today?
I got some chicken masala.
Ooh, very nice.
Made last night. It's good stuff.
All right. Anyways, I'm hungry. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it. Till next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.